protesters are back this hour at the University of Calgary after tense moments on campus last night. Police in riot gear broke up a pro-Palestinian encampment when they say protesters refused to leave. Calgary police explained why the use of tear gas and flashbangs was justified.
People were throwing projectiles at the police, refusing to comply with the lawful direction that had been given, and enough was enough. We'd been there long enough. We're going to do it when we make the decision after we've given people enough time to be able to understand what the consequences are. If the members on the ground make the decision to clean it out and move them out of there, they're going to have to move. And if you throw things or if you resist the police at that point, it will escalate, and it will escalate again.
So here's what happened. Shortly after 11 p.m., after giving a 5-minute warning, Calgary police began forcing a few dozen remaining protesters out of the encampment area. They used shields, bicycles, and flashbangs to push them out. At several moments, protesters attempted to resist the police action. Calgary Police Services says no injuries have been reported. 5 arrests were made for trespassing. All individuals have since been released. And just into us, the student union at the University of Calgary has just released a statement. They unequivocally condemn the actions taken against students. They call the utilization of Calgary police as a, quote, invitation for violence against students, and accuse the university's administration of making no serious effort to speak with the protesters before police moved in. Joining me now is Noah Crover. He is a student journalist from SAIT, the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, who has been covering the protests. He joins us now from the University of Calgary encampment. So Noah, thanks for being here on Canada Tonight. You are at the protest right now. What is the mood like there?
The mood here today is it's pretty chill at the moment. There's roughly 200 protesters here. They have been gathered here since the early afternoon, roughly 2 p.m. The mood is pretty relaxed at the moment. Everyone's there's speeches going on and a few chants, but for the most part, most people are just hanging out.
Can you show us around a little bit? Give us a sense of the scene right now and how many people are there?
Yeah, so you can see there's roughly probably 200 or so odd people on quad at the moment. If you come around this way, you can see everyone's just kind of sat down on the quad. There's not a whole lot of movement going on. There was a few speeches a few moments ago and some chants of free Palestine. But at the moment, most people are just milling about and enjoying the beautiful weather.
Noah, you were on campus last night when police and protesters clashed. We just saw some of that video. Walk me through what happened.
Yeah, at roughly 9:30 p.m. last night, Calgary police in tactical gear moved into the quad. They made a small push into the encampment, disassembling some tents and barricades. They then held position for over 2 hours as they negotiated with protesters to disassemble the encampment and move off peacefully. By 11 p.m., most protesters and the barricades had been disassembled when police gave a 5-minute warning, at which point protesters refused to leave, and CPS decided to move in and start making some arrests to push protesters off of the quad.
And I know that you have been talking to students there right now in the quad, other students on campus as well. We actually saw you in one of the shots here from last night covering this. What are you hearing from students? What are they telling you?
There's not a whole lot going on. It seems everyone's just kind of trying to form a plan of action for the rest of the day. There's been some limited rumors flying around about potentially setting up another encampment or staying on the quad overnight. But it seems there's not much of a consensus at the moment. There's many communities here in addition to students, so it seems everyone's just trying to form a plan at the moment.
Is there extra campus security there right now? And how do you see the rest of this evening playing out?
Well, we haven't seen much campus security or Calgary police on the quad. There's a few campus security posted on the south entrance near the library, but we have not seen any Calgary police and only one lone campus security vehicle. At the moment, everyone seems to be kind of unsure what could happen. We assume that if protesters stay overnight, that the university may decide to push them out again.
Yeah, and you know, certainly we are seeing protests like this right across this country and in the United States as well. In terms of, you know, the organizers that you have talked to, do they think that they, you know, will continue taking some sort of action on campus in the days ahead, even if it's not an encampment?
No one seems too sure at the moment what the new plan will be. Protesters and organizers are trying to form a plan at the moment. They do seem set on taking some sort of action, whether that continues to be weekly protests as have been happening in downtown Calgary, or potentially more on the quad here at U of C.
Okay, Noah, appreciate your time tonight here on Canada Tonight. That is Noah Corver, a student journalist from Calgary.